Some movies just feel like homework movies to me. Like you have to see them. Not that you necessarily want to. I mean, I like explosions and actions and big set pieces. And then there's movies like The King's Speech that just feels like homework, something you have to do because everybody tells you it's amazing and everybody tells you you have to see it. Well, I went and saw it because you told me I had to. You voted at aarondicer.com for The King's Speech this week. By the way, you can vote for what you want me to see next week there at aarondicer.com. But I went and saw The King's Speech, and just like happens with most homework movies, I loved it. I thought it was amazing. It's a great movie across the board. The writing is amazing. The story is incredible. A true story that I'd never heard really anything about, which I guess isn't surprising because it's about British royalty and that's not high on my keep up with list. But it's an amazing story. It's told in an amazing way. The writing is great. The acting is phenomenal. Colin Firth, Geoffrey Rush both put in stellar performances in this movie, and you find yourself so engaged with who they are as characters. Beautifully done. Beautifully, beautifully done. Not to mention the message of this movie is great. Messages on perseverance, messages on overcoming adversity, a really great message on responsibility and what it means to embrace the responsibilities you've been given, even if they're difficult. All these messages, just great stuff. Did it deserve to be Best Picture of the Year? Maybe. I still like Toy Story 3 better. Still actually probably like Inception better. But again, that's because both of those play on my need for big scenes, whereas The King's Speech doesn't. But having said that, it is a great movie, well worth seeing, something that that you can really enjoy. It's one of those things, it's actually a very clean movie with one scene that is not so much because profanity plays into the plot. It's not even as if it's thrown away profanity, it's this idea that, I can't explain it without giving too much away, but the idea that it is profanity is important to the plot. So, a wonderful movie, one well worth seeing, and one I would recommend catching, even though it may feel a little bit like homework.